question for you this week. What makes a great opening band? There's some strategy there. There's some respect there. There's a lot to that question. I thought it'd be fun to explore this week because we're actually about to go and open up for Mr. Willie Nelson, which I'm really excited about. And I'm going to get to do that with some of my best friends, Noah Guthrie and Good Trouble. So I'm going to ask them the same question. I'm going to ask you the same question. And we can explore this topic together. So here we go. About to go rehearse here to get ready for this big show. The behind the scenes story is we were supposed to open up for Willie last year, but COVID shut everything down when the Delta variant came out. So we never got to. So this is like something that I was excited about a year ago. And then it got canceled, and I thought it was never going to happen again. But here we go. Hello.
Hello. Well, hey.
What?
Helicopters like this is a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, no, like that. No. Here's the thing you got to know about Westworld. The action
It's terrible.
It's a philosophy drama show. It is not action.
Yeah, there it is. Nice.
He hung around for a while, made a claim on a life he swore would never change. He watched it fade away. She didn't call for a while.
Hey, Ren. Yes. Nobody's a great opening band. The way I look at it is our job is to win over as many audience members as possible while making a good impression with the headliner act by being on time, being cordial, being easy to work with, being available for the hang when necessary and being out of the way when necessary, but also kind of having this attitude of we're gonna show up and kick ass and give these guys more than what they probably bargained for. You should pick your set list accordingly for the band that you're opening for and what their audience is going to go for based off of what that band sounds like. So I think you should be familiar with the band you're supporting and their audience base and their music, and you can adjust your set accordingly to best fit that, picking one or two covers to go in that set so that you can give people something they're familiar with, because as the opener, most people there don't know your music, they don't know your songs. So having a few strategic covers in there that people know and that they engage with, but you can also kick ass playing, being easy to work with, being good hangs, doing a good job of getting the crowd excited and warmed up for your slot as a headliner. I think you kind of need to have a little bit of the attitude of going in there and trying to mop the floor with the headliner a little bit. That may not always be possible. In fact, most times it's not, but I think it helps to kind of have that sort of underdog mentality as an opener going into a direct support situation. And it's not like a malicious intent. It's more so having the attitude of we're going to go out there and kick ass and play as hard as we can, as best as we can, and try and win over as many people as possible. That's the idea.
As an opener, at least for me personally, I like to almost play with a little bit of a chip on my shoulder. So it's like these fans don't know anything about us, but they're about to. I remember when I worked production, the opening act several times that I can remember would get there and just, they would either be all over the place in the way or not thinking about where, like their spatial awareness was terrible. So it's like a lot of times those bands would also take entirely too long to sound check or to set up or something like that, and they would run out of time because they would treat their sound check as like a rehearsal, and that's not what that time is used for.
But it kind of seems like the main thing is just some common sense stuff,
It
right?
really is. I would love to impart some deep message to a young band or whoever may be watching this, but just whatever, like, who do you want to hang out with? How do you like people to act around you?
Right.
You know, if you want to lose the gig, go be in the way and cuss at people and complain the whole time, and leave a mess in the green room and do all the stuff that you hear about rock bands trashing places and stuff. That's how you get thrown out of a gig. That's how you end your career fairly soon too, if you have to keep that up.
Is there a time you went to see a band and you ended up discovering the opener and loving them?
We had an opener, our good friend Tice.
But now he goes by Roofman.
He goes by Roofman now, and he's got some new music coming out. It's really great. The first time we went to the Netherlands, a few, 3 or so years ago, I fell in love with that dude. Not only him and Sarah and his whole family and everything, but his music is amazing.
Yeah, I agree, man.
It's so good. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's who I initially think of.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
And I don't know what.
Because I feel the same way about Tice.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan.
It's funny because, like Ian was saying, when that happened, so we got to know Tice. He was opening up for us, and then Tice and Sarah ended up coming and visiting in the United States with us, and we got to know them really well. And then COVID happened, and then actually Rhett and we ended up flying over to Germany and helping Tice record the Roofman record that's going to be coming out soon. So it's kind of all connected. And then now looking at it a few years later, he's one of our best friends and a really amazing musician, and none of the things that have happened would have happened if he hadn't been a great opener. So it's kind of cool to see it through that lens.
Yeah, he was really good at getting, which could go to the first question, what makes a good opening act. He was great at getting the crowd ready for the next band. By the time we stepped on stage, there was an energy there that was they were ready to go. You know what I mean? Part of your job there is to kind of prime the audience.
Anything else you want to add, or feel good?
Go play as many shows as possible, because that is the only way. Some of them are going to be great, some of them are going to be terrible, some of them are going to be it's fine, some of them are, will get rained out. Everything and anything can happen at a show, but the more and more and more you do it, the better you're going to be at it, just like anything.
Cool.
That's it.
Thanks, Ian.
Go play music.
Go play music.
So you need to add the lightsaber sound. Yeah, really fun.
Ian, how's the sound check?
Pretty good. It sounds okay. Yeah. I really like it when it's just real quick and easy. Felt good. Feels good out here. Didn't have to do a whole lot with my mix, so
Nice.
feel good.
We just finished our sound check. Try not to take super long. We do about 2 songs so that we're not wasting people's time. One with acoustic, one with electric. You don't want to take too long in sound check. That's part of being an opener. And just made a good hang with the one of the guitar players and the band we're opening for today. And it's just cool to meet cool people, That's one thing I love about playing music. You never know who you're going to meet or what you're going to learn. It exposes you to new music, and you get to meet cool people.
20 years comes and goes before you can even speak. Sometimes risking it all can feel like the safest thing. And he said, hell or high water, I'll be running for a long, long time, long, long time. Hell or high water, I'll be running for a long, long time.
it's important to respect the people you're opening for, and your job is to go out there and warm the crowd up for them. And it's competitive. When you get to the level that we're at right now, we're getting to open for some really, big name artists. We try to be professional, and we go in and we do our job. We realize our place, if you will, and we try to be easy to work with. I think it's important for an opener to be easy to work with for the crew and for the headliner as well. You don't ever go into the headliner's dressing room and drink all their liquor. Just go ahead, stay to yourself, stay in your lane a little bit, but be professional, and then go out and just kick ass and try to be the best band on the stage that night. You do it with the right attitude. You're not trying to go out there and be competitive, really, but you just want to do the very best you can and put on a good show. There's two main rules to keep you off the shit list of the artist that you're opening for and their crew. It's never be late and never play over your set time, because you set off the whole timeline for them for the rest of the day.
Nice. Today is a day that we get to open up for Mr. Willie Nelson, which is something that I wanted to do for a long time. I'm really excited. We've made a few adjustments to the set from the other night to try and make the set flow even better and work a little bit better as an opening set. I think we made some good decisions, and I think it's going to be a successful show. We're about to head to the venue now.
I don't want to say too much because I don't know what's going to happen. Last time I got to come second at the very end of the show. He's saying that's definitely a possibility. He just talked to his tour manager. Definitely a possibility. I don't know if it's all of us. I don't know. I don't know. No. You definitely should. If you should, because you could just, it's literally like, I'll fly away on being certainly I'm working. And it's really cool.
How's your sound check?
Pretty good.
Feeling good?
Pretty good. I'm slightly afraid we're gonna rock a little hard. Might be kind of an older crowd. I don't know, but otherwise it feels good.
It feels weird to play inside. We were just talking about it. I think since 2019, I think we've done one show inside. So it feels a little like that. You know what I mean? If you feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. But other than that, it feels good. I mean, I like having in-ears in here because this room is so ringing. Yeah, it would be
it's real
really
bouncy
hard.
in here. Hey, Noah.
Yes.
What makes a good opening band?
For me, there's two routes, right? I'm either opening up with the full band. We've got our kind of full, more like rock and roll show going on. Or I'm doing a solo acoustic opener. Tonight we're opening for Willie Nelson. It's going to be awesome. Full band, more of an energetic kind of vibe. You're really just trying to hype the crowd as much as possible, give them an experience. You're not just trying to, play your songs and have them land. You're trying to play your songs and have them feel something, right? And just be excited about the show they're at. But I've also opened for Willie solo acoustic. And in that scenario, it's a little bit different. I don't try to make my solo acoustic performance as big and as energetic as it can possibly be, because it's not something I can pull off by myself. So instead I go the opposite direction and I focus on my more like singer-songwriter, very thoughtful songs, things that I can take a second and tell people about. I can set up the song with a story if I need to, and it's more about connecting to the crowd on a more like personal one-to-one basis.
Okay.
But with the band, you're trying to kind of basically just keep that energy throughout the show.
Find myself drifting off in a nowhere town again. I've been singing and cussing, screaming and hollering out with my friends. And I love this life, but I long to see your blue eyes soft and fair. There's so much nothing between here and there. The paper mill, they bleach the sky, billowing ivory white, and it's lingering round the red roof inn on this warm Virginia night. And the stinking fumes got me longing for the smell of something sweet. There's so much nothing between you and me. My love's like the mountain, tall as the sky, as deep as the Tennessee River is wide. And I make it whole, I'll hold you close. There's so much nothing, miles and miles to go.
Sweet song keeps going on my mind.
It's just really special that I can be here with my friends and open up for a legend like that, and just feeling really very thankful in this moment. So thank you for being a part of my channel, and thank you for loving music, and hopefully I'll have a lot more of these to share with you.
It's hard to keep up with a tour bus when you're chasing a tour bus with a van, just because you don't get the same sort of rest, and that's just part of the gig. That's what happens when you're an opening band sometimes. This isn't something to complain about, but it is a challenge. It is a part of the gig that can be difficult. We're gonna have to drive tonight/tomorrow morning from Columbus, Ohio to Allentown, Pennsylvania. Then I'm gonna have to fly home to make it to work on Monday at my boom mop gig. So it's a very busy week for me.
We got the tour bus. It's this really cool venue. It's like this steel factory. Look at this. But anyway, sound check was great. I think this is going to be a nice outdoor show. Outdoors feels a little different than indoors. So I don't know if this is true, but we all might get to go on stage tonight and sing the gospel with Willie Nelson. I don't want to get too excited, but if that happens. So anyway, we'll see if it actually happens. I'm just going to grab a tambourine and sing the melody in the back because I'm not a singer, but I really hope it works out.
We may not see the light yet, but I can feel it burning strong. And if our path is through the shadows, then we can sing till night is flown. You may not trust yourself, But darling, have some faith in me. There is beauty in our lives. I know we can work to set it free. Strike a match and set a fire. You were made to last with the survivors. May not know our demons, but we can name them one by one. And as we watch them turn to ashes, we may finally see the sun. Strike a match, set a fire. We were made to live with the survivor. Survivor, y'all sing that, sing Survivor. Survivor, oh, Survivor, 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 come on, Survivor. Survivor, Survivor.
Been a great week. 3 good shows. What makes a good opener? I think it's being easy to deal with, having some guts, playing 100%, being on time, being professional, being cool, and you do all those things. Willie Nelson might invite you on stage, so that's kind of cool. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you on the next video. I should say too, I do have a bass course. If you're interested in learning bass or taking your bass playing to the next level, please check it out. The link is in the description. That's the #1 way you can support this channel. And the other way too is just subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Thanks for hanging out, and hopefully I'll have some more adventure videos for you soon.